from Central Florida, it's Memphis Grizzlies basketball presented by Fox Sports Net. Here inside the TD Waterhouse Center in Orlando, it's a second and final meeting between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Orlando Magic as the Memphis Grizzlies attempt to go home with a victory on this three-game road trip. Earlier this evening, Mike Miller back in town. He needed directions to the visiting locker room. Why? Because he spent over 200 games in Orlando Magic uniform. One of the reasons why he needed directions to the visiting locker room, of course, because of that trade that occurred back on February 19th between the Grizzlies and the Magic. Hi, everyone. Matt Devlin alongside Hersey Hawkins and Hawk. Mike Miller is exactly what the Memphis Grizzlies needed. He can put the ball on the floor, go to the hole. He can step outside and knock down the three.
It's a great trade for the Grizzlies. What you get in Mike Miller is now you've solidified that three position on your team. And Mike Miller also at times can go to the two guard, play the big guard position. But he's versatile. He can handle the basketball. One of the best runners in the league. Can raise up and shoot the three. Of course, he can take it to the basket and finish over bigger players. He's 6'8", very physical, comes off the screen, knocks down shots. And what I like also is he handles the basketball and he passes it extremely well.
He is battling back problems, but last game he had 15 points against New Jersey. Drew Gooden will not play tonight for Orlando because of a toe injury. Giracek is playing well. Gordon is certainly getting a lot of time for Orlando, but speaking about time, guy that's always on time is Tracy McGrady, the top scorer in the league.
Yeah, that's the man in Orlando and in the league right now. Tracy McGrady, leading the league in scoring, averaging over 32 points per night, is on a tear coming into tonight's game. Shooting the ball extremely well from the perimeter. Can take it to the basket either way, so you have to play him square up. Don't give him either way. But I like the fact that he's very confident in shooting the three. That adds another dimension to his game. He's quick enough to go by you, but when he's knocking down a jumper, you can't stop him.
Last night against Miami, he had 7 threes. I mean, that's lights out. And guess what? Mike Miller has to guard him tonight. So Mike Miller is back in O-Town. And when we return, I'll sit down and talk to Mike Miller about being back here in Central Florida. That interview right after the test here at the TD Waterhouse Center between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Orlando Magic. Hi, everyone. Matt Devlin alongside Mike Miller. Of course, Mike is very familiar with the surroundings here. It's a little bit weird being back wearing a different jersey.
Yeah, it's different. But it's also exciting because I think it's a step in the other direction. So it's going to be fun. I think we're going to have a good time doing it, and I'm just ready to play.
Well, tonight you have the task of guarding the NBA's top scorer, who also happens to be a very good friend of yours, Tracy McGrady. What do you need to do to slow him down? You can't stop him. The guy's averaging over the last 15 games better than 37 points.
Yeah, it's tough, and it's going to be a tough assignment, but that's what the league's about, and especially at our position, you're going to get someone tough every night. But I think he's the best player in the league, and it's going to be fun going against him.
Now, I know that you've been struggling with back problems. How important is it for you to battle through that and continue to play?
I think it's very important. I just want to make sure you get enough time to play out here with the rest of this team. It's difficult when you come into a new situation and get injured right away. So, even when it's just keeping the minutes limited and just getting out there and being a part of it, I think it's important. So, we went to limited minutes and just came out and playing, and that's what I got to do.
How comfortable do you feel out there? Because the minutes that you are on the floor, you're extremely productive.
I feel real comfortable, but the problem is when you start getting the extended minutes, everything starts tightening up, and it's the problem. But the bottom line is you just gotta go out there and play. That's what I'm here to do, and we got 13 games left. You muscle through 13 games, and that's what you gotta do.
All right, all the best out there tonight.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, Mike Miller, he's back in town. Watch out. And when we return, the Toronto starting lineups right after these messages. Basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by First Tennessee, all things financial. Gatorade Thirst Quencher, is it in you? Buy the Brown Bag Special, only at Sonic, America's Drive-In. Advance Auto Parts, we're ready in advance. and by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. Back here in Orlando, and it's time for the Toyota starting lineups here inside the TD Waterhouse Center. And we begin with the visiting Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies a change to their starting five. Lorenzen Wright will get the start in the middle because Stromile Swift has an injured right thumb. Hubie Brown would like to go for the season series sweep. Of course, the last time these two teams met at the Pyramid, the Memphis Grizzlies won that matchup 99-86. For the Orlando Magic, their Toyota starting lineup reads like this: Vaughn, McGrady, Kemp, Garrity, and Giracek. Drew Gooden has been starting for, of course, the Orlando Magic, but this is his third consecutive game that he will miss because of that toe injury. Doc Rivers, his team right now, Hersey Hawkins, in the 7th spot in the Eastern Conference. They're one game back of the 6th spot, currently held by the Boston Celtics.
And Doc Rivers has done a solid job with Orlando this year. Lots of injuries, Grant Hill uncertainties, whether he's playing or not. They finally put it behind them, and they're playing their best basketball of the season.
Tracy McGrady, his pass deflected. Sean Kemp up fake, stumbles and one. Fouled by Lorenzen Wright. Our three officials: Joe Crawford, Gary Benson, and Leroy Richardson.
42, Lorenzen Wright.
Lorenzen almost comes up with the steal. Sean Kemp. They won't run many plays for him, but he still can score. You have to pay attention to him. Goes right around Lorenzen for the 2 points.
Kemp 75% from the free throw line, and that one hangs around the iron and is controlled by Gasol. The Grizzlies 0-2 on this very difficult road trip. The reason why it's difficult: at Indiana against Jermaine O'Neal, and then of course Jason Kidd the very next night. Gasol underneath.
Nice cross screen by Wesley Person, getting Kyle open underneath the basket, but of course the pass has to be there.
The Grizzlies, after trailing by 23, cut it to 8 at the final buzzer. McGrady over his very good friend Mike Miller. They're extremely close, but I can't imagine that T-Mac's going to be kind to him tonight.
No, unfortunately not for Mike Miller. He has to get ready. Tough task guarding T-Mac.
Mike Miller, too strong, gets his own rebound. Driving, kicks it, Jason Williams. Air ball. Against New Jersey, he was 6 of 7 from three-point range. He had made his first 6. McGrady for 3. He has made at least 1 3 for now 40 consecutive games. That's the longest current streak in the NBA.
And that's where he gets most of his threes from, in transition. The defense has to be up on him, even 3-4 feet behind the line.
Jason Williams drills it. And Jay Will now 10 of 18 on this road trip from downtown. And Mike Miller finds something there at midcourt and sends it over to Joe Crawford.
It's like a nail.
It does. And Tracy McGrady is also inspecting.
You definitely want to make sure there are no more loose nails out there on the floor, but
or any loose debris for that matter. And you see what he did on Saturday against New Jersey. What a spectacular game for Jason Williams. He has 16 double-doubles, Hawk, on the season.
They're shooting the ball extremely well from the field.
No help whatsoever as T-Mac drives. McGrady already was 7. He didn't even play last night in the 4th quarter against Miami. And a foul on Jacques Vaughn. That's his first. Drew Gooden
His first team foul.
is not playing tonight, and there's Drew. You see the 9 games in which he has played in March. Almost 13 points and 9 rebounds. As a member of this team, he's averaging close to 15 points and 9.5 rebounds a game in 30 minutes of action. Both are getting more time. Miller from the outside for 3. Drills it.
Mike Miller should be very comfortable in this building, and they know not to leave him wide open.
Miller, his first points of the night. Garrity can do that. It's in and out. And Lorenzen tears it down and sends it to Jason Williams. This game should have an extremely quick pace, Hawk.
Yeah, both teams up and down the floor looking for the first quick shot they can possibly get in the offense, most of the time in transition.
Joe Crawford blows the whistle on Pat Garrity. That is his first. Of course, the Grizzlies are 8th in the league in scoring. while the Orlando Magic are 6th in the league in scoring, nearly 99 points a game. Lorenzen underneath. And Kemp commits the foul. He averages around 20 minutes a game.
Smart play by Lorenzen. Has Sean Kemp on the perimeter. Goes right by him, attacks his feet, make him play some defense. Got to the free throw line.
So ran at the free throw line. He is 6 of 9 on this trip. 65% on the season. And the first does not go. The Grizzlies on this road trip have not shot the ball well from the free throw line. They are 23 of 35 now after that free throw attempt, as the second is good. And they are not getting to the line as much as their competition, which you would expect with two of the best teams in the Eastern Conference in Indiana and New Jersey. Feed underneath, that's Giracek. Giracek averaging in 15 games just under 16 points a contest.
Giracek has fit in very nicely here in Orlando. Gives them another scoring option besides McGrady.
Pick and roll, and Pau Gasol goes down hard, and Hubie Brown heads over and says, "What is that?" And Pau is laying down on the floor.
Foul on number 40, Sean Kemp.
I agree. What was that?
And second, 14th foul.
Sean Kemp didn't even attempt to go for the ball. Just the body block on Pau Gasol, and he goes down hard.
And for the Magic, number 55.
And Kemp quickly comes out as Andrew DeClercq checks in, and Hubie Brown stares down at Doc Rivers. And Doc Rivers gives him a concerned look back. As Pau heads to the line.
There's no place for that in the game. I'm not exactly sure.
There's one thing about being physical.
Right.
It's another thing about being that deliberate.
Yeah, and that's true. And I know Sean Kemp, and just playing with him in Seattle, and I've never seen him foul someone to that degree or that deliberate. So I'm not sure exactly what he was thinking, but it was definitely a bad play.
Obviously a flagrant foul, and so the Grizzlies get 2 free throws and the basketball. Unfortunately, Pau is all right, but the Grizzlies once again only 1 of 2 from the free throw line, so they're 2 of 4 in this game. Pau, inside look, Lorenzen bodying, and an offensive is going to be called on Lorenzen. That's his second, and that's a concern with no stroke.
And I think Giracek was just in the way. Lorenzen turns to get to the jump hook and bodies him out of the way.
Giracek flashing through the lane is DeClercq. Giracek turns the corner, kicks out. He had a wide open lane, didn't take it. Vaughn leaves it off for DeClercq. Orlando's won 4 in a row. That ties a season high. As you mentioned earlier, this team is on a roll, playing their best basketball, Hawk, of the season.
And they've been getting solid contributions off the bench.
Last touch by. And it's going to be Memphis basketball. A little bit of indecision as Lorenzen Wright leaves and Battier checks in.
Scrambling for the ball. Close call. Grizzlies get possession.
Wesley Person needs to get on track. Did not score. Only took 2 shots in New Jersey. They did a great job and swarming all around. Person. Giracek quickly ahead on the hustle play by Vaughn.
Nice play by Jock Vaughn. And that's what he'll look to do, get everyone involved in the game. He'll take the shots when they come to him. But his primary reason for being on the floor is to get other people's shots.
That has been a struggle for the Grizzlies. Points in the paint. Wesley Person, it's a 2, and good to see Wes knock down a shot.
Yeah, get going early, help his confidence. He'll look at the basket a little more.
McGrady, speaking of confidence, it's draped all around the 23-year-old from Florida.
And when you look at him, it looks like he's just in a gym by himself, playing with no effort at all.
Great point. He's 4 of 4. Battier hard off the back of the iron and then knocks off of the lip of the rim. Battier's been shooting the basketball well. Didn't take many shots Saturday night in New Jersey. Deflection. Here's Miller running the break. Gets by. Garrity lays it up and through. Extra explosion from Miller, and you see how he is coming up a little bit lame. McGrady, 5 of 5 now from the field, has 12 points. And a timeout taken by Hubie Brown. Mike Miller, you see him moving gingerly back toward the bench. He was in treatment prior to the start of the game with trainer Scott McCullough for a good 30 to 45 minutes, and he looks at Hubie Brown and he said, no, I'm not coming out. I'm fine. He has 5 points right now as the Grizzlies are hanging tough in Orlando. For him tonight, unfortunately, and the Grizzlies will miss him in a game like this, Hawk.
Yeah, they sure will. This is a game where he can really flourish, an up and down game. But Rodney Rogers in New Jersey hits him in the thumb rather, and he's out tonight.
How about what he has done after the trade? I mean, that's one of those things where he just has been playing with a bundle of confidence, knows that he's going to get time. Hubie has so much trust in him. Gasol gets the roll. And the Grizzlies cut it to a 4-point lead. And Stromile Swift in the first meeting in 20 minutes of action had 13 points and 7 rebounds. In New Jersey, he had 9 points. Giricek from the outside. His 3-point shooting since changing uniform colors has actually become a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, Giricek's playing with a lot of confidence. Really likes it here in Orlando. Thinks he fits in extremely well.
Now Gasol, right block, high off the window. Great find by Jason Williams. The Grizzlies should have a better time on the inside with Gasol on this night than they did in the first 2 games on the road, and he is yet to miss. Tracy McGrady has 15 already, and he, as you said, is playing in a gym by himself. He's 6 of 6.
A performance like last night against Miami in the first quarter where he was on fire.
He was on fire. In fact, he had 32 in the first half, 21 in the first quarter as Gasol knocks it down. Finished with 37 on 15 of 27 shooting and 7-11 from 3. There, finally, a miss. Miller quickly in the corner. Person up fake. Nice pass underneath Battier. The extra look by Person working the end line.
What a dish by Wesley. The left-handed wraparound to Shane Battier. They can challenge the inside on Orlando all night.
Knocked down by T-Mac. He doesn't miss often. He's 7 of 8. And he has 17.
You think you're there playing defense on him, but he just raises up and shoots right over you like you're not there.
Gasol short, and Giricek with the rebound. Something that Hubie Brown talked about this morning at shoot-around is allowing Tracy McGrady, as he hustles and corrals it, to do what he does. Essentially, not trying to double him all the time, Hawk.
Yeah, you figure he's freeing up shots for Giricek, for Jock Vaughn when you're double teaming him. So you let those other players try to score by themselves, which is hard for them to do.
Wesley Person drills the 3. The Grizzlies on this road trip from downtown have been superb. In the first 2 games, shooting 48%. They're 20 of 42 coming into tonight. The Grizzlies trailing by 3. If you double T-Mac, that means somebody else is going to get a wide open shot, and guys like Pat Garrity and Giricek, they can knock down outside Jays.
Yeah, he makes players around him a lot better. That's how teams used to play against Michael Jordan. Let Michael and Scotty score, you stop everyone else. Shane Battier reaches in. Pau Gasol almost came up with the steal, but when you're hot, the ball just seems to find a way in your hands. And Tracy McGrady's hottest player in the league.
One of the reasons why he's averaging over 32 points a game is because he gets to the line. He has attempted now 610 free throws this season.
That's amazing. That means he's willing to sacrifice his body when people play up on him, jam him, take away the three-pointer. He has the quickness to get around and take the contact and get to the free throw line. That's
nearly 10 trips a game. Person, end line. Here's Battier, up fake, kicks it. Person, up fake, over Giricek. Short, his own rebound. Person.
Good two-man basketball with Shane and Person in the corner. Wesley corralling an offensive rebound.
A spark tonight. West, a deflection. He has been so superb in that category for the Grizzlies. DeClercq to the cutting Vaughn.
Now Gasol a second late. Vaughn slashed on the baseline. Got to block that shot and get it out of there.
Jason Williams, here's Miller. Miller's 2 of 3, 5 points. He turns the corner, driving, gets deep in the post, finds Williams in the corner. In and out. And DeClercq with a strong side board.
Both teams doing an excellent job of looking for one another. The passing has been phenomenal here in the first quarter.
DeClercq deflected and ripped off by Miller. Orlando gets back. Stop and pop for 2. No. Long rebound. Battier gives it back to Miller. This one for 3. No.
2 open looks for Mike Miller. You won't see him miss 2 shots in a row very often.
That is true. And a whistle. And a timeout. It's the reason for the whistle. And McGrady saying, why was a timeout just called? I just turned the corner on Battier. I had that easy look going. Everything's been easy thus far for T-Mac. He has 19 on 7 of 9 shots. Fox Sports Net introduces 54321, the only show taking you inside the world of extreme sports. Hawk every weeknight. BMX rider Kip Williamson, free surfer Chad Towersey, Leanne Tweeden are the experts bringing you the entire world of extreme sports all in one place with breaking news, event highlights, and insider features that you won't find anywhere else. 54321 tonight, 9:30 Central, only on Fox Sports Net. Tracy McGrady, here is his case for MVP, and certainly a lot of talk about Kevin Garnett, rightfully so, but Tracy McGrady saying, hey, how about me?
He's definitely making people take notice of the numbers he's putting up. I anticipate this year being one of the closest MVP races in recent history. You have 4 guys that are just playing amazing basketball.
Game after the trade, Tracy McGrady, as the Grizzlies have possession of the basketball off of the turnover, busted out for a career-high 52 against Chicago. He was not pleased about the trade. He and Mike Miller, extremely close friends. And he challenged both Giricek and Gooden to produce early. Battier along with Batiste, Watson, BK, and Gasol on the floor. And a whistle and a foul as Battier put it on the deck and he drove, and McGrady gets charged with a foul.
Well, that's one way to stop McGrady. Make him play defense. He commits the foul. Attack him. No one ever really challenges McGrady on the defensive side of the floor. So
Good point.
Why not go at him? Make him exert a lot of energy defensively. Maybe that'll take some of the sting away from him offensively.
You see Mike Miller, how he is laying down on his backside because of the back problems that have persisted. Like he said in the interview, hey, 13 games, I can deal with it for 13 games. McGrady, guarded by Battier. Now Watson comes over. 2 minutes remaining now in the first quarter. Giricek, no, and Battier climbs up, snares it. Here's BK. BK, guarded by Darrell Armstrong, who sprained an ankle last night in Miami, and a turnover. Thought he may not play, but as everybody said around here, knowing Darrell Armstrong, he'll play. Garrity for 3. No. Long rebound, and Hubie Brown urging his team to push it. And McGrady gets back, and that slows up Watson.
Grizzlies sticking with their game plan, staying in the zone.
In and out. BK rips it off. Brevin. Here's Battier from the corner. No. Shane struggling, 1 of 3.
This is the 3 from his spot.
That is his spot. Giricek gets another look. No, McGrady the putback. Averages 6.5 rebounds a game.
McGrady does everything. But I like the fact that the Grizzlies are staying with their defensive plan. Jump shots won't beat you for 48 minutes.
22 points for 21. Pardon me, they just changed the monitor. 21 points for T-Mac. Watson. Skip pass, deflected by Armstrong, 2 on the shot clock.
21 points, and I think McGrady may have just started sweating about a minute ago.
Has he?
Looks like he's starting to sweat a little.
Garachek checking out. Chris Whitney on the floor for the Magic. It does not go. And Hubie Brown is saying that is the quickest 2 seconds I've ever seen.
You ain't kidding.
Brendan Brown pointing up saying it was 37.4. And as you see the clock now, 36.1. And Joe Crawford comes over. And now, of course, Leroy Richardson has a word with Hubie, and Hubie is saying, no way.
Well, sometimes I get math wrong, but that doesn't equate it for the 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Whitney unable to connect. In his 17th game with Orlando, he was waived by Denver. Wanted to pick up with the team in the postseason, or at least headed to the postseason. 6-point game. Watson. Here's Battier. Got it from the wing.
Good pass by Earl Watson.
Deflected. Thrown up by Garrity. Great job by Shane Battier. Knocking down the shot and slicing the lead in half. Well, to say nothing else, it has been all Tracy McGrady here in the first quarter. As one would expect, McGrady has been superb. How about Jason Williams? He has 6 assists already here in the first quarter. And at the end of one, the Memphis Grizzlies trail by 3. Second quarter coming up.
Hey, Rick, headed to Subway?
Yeah, the one at the next stop.
Anything new?
Actually, right now, we have 5 Subway Selects, like the sweet onion chicken teriyaki with tender chicken and sweet onion sauce, all on fresh baked bread. Good job.
Nice pass to Battier, slam dunk. Right now at Subway, buy any foot-long fresh value meal and get a 32-ounce Grizzlies collectible Big Sipper for just $1.99. Collect all 3. Shane Battier, Jason Williams, and Lorenzen Wright.
Hi, I'm Shane Battier of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Shane Battier, he spends more time on the floor hustling for loose balls than anybody I know in the league.
Our fans are the Grizzlies' 6th man. Your support and cheering helps make the difference in close games.
Everybody here on their feet at the Pyramid.
We want to make sure you're safe, so you'll keep coming back to support us all season long. Don't foul out. Make the right call. Before you enjoy a drink, make plans for a safe ride home. Remember, booze it and lose it.
To make it to the winner's circle on Sundays, you gotta tear it up on Fridays. The battle for pole position is on at Texas. Bud Pole qualifying Friday on Fox Sports Net. Braves baseball returns to Fox Sports Net.
Absolutely outstanding.
Chipper and the Braves are ready to defend their NL East crown.
What a catch!
The season gets rolling as Vidro and the Expos look to be the surprise team in the East.
Out of here!
Braves baseball returns April 2nd on Fox Sports Net.
Tonight, on your Southern Sports Report, we'll look back at all the bumps and bruises at Bristol. Plus, NASCAR's garage area is one big happy family, but every family has its problem. We'll tell you why as we go around the track on your Southern Sports Report, tonight at 10.
The best damn sports show, period. Tonight on Fox Sports Net.
Pau Gasol fouled hard by Sean Kemp, getting examined by Scott McCullough. He actually went into the locker room, and he is back, however, right now on the bench, and actually not on the bench. He is on the end line right now, putting on his warm-up top, and I think he's going to join Mike Miller.
It's evident that the back is bothering him. He made a couple of moves, and you see the grimace and him holding his back as he was running down floor.
Lorenzen unable to gobble up. Batiste unable to control, and Armstrong will bring it into the front court in this 3-point game. Grizzlies did an excellent job of battling back. They trail by as many as 8. They have not taken the lead in this contest. Gerald Sasser gives it to McGrady. It's a 2. What are you going to do? He is now 9 of 11 for 23 points. And Orlando had slowed at the end of the first quarter. They were 1 of 6 from the field. Of course, they went away from Tracy McGrady and a whistle and a foul, and the foul is going to be on McGrady, and that is his second. And you brought up a great point in the first quarter, Hawk. Make him work a little bit on the defense. Maybe try to get him to run around some screens, and he'll leave now. Stephen Hunter checking in.
And with him on the bench, who do they get their scoring from? Very difficult. You look for Gerald Armstrong to be more aggressive, but other than that, I don't see it.
Well, the second leading scorer as Wren unable to get it, but Batiste flying in. Puts it back up and through. Second leading scorer on this team is Giracek. He's not on the floor. Sasser swings it deep in the corner. Whitney pulls it out. Under 10 of the shot clock. Armstrong makes a move out of Fayetteville State, where he was a kicker. Whitney, tough angle, drills it.
Difficult shot by Chris Whitney. Defense was good. Sometimes the offense makes a heck of a shot. And Chris Whitney with the leaner.
BK on the near side in this 5-point game. Batiste up top. And Sasser, as he was trying to hang with Battier, commits a foul.
Okay, Matt, when was the last time you've seen all 4 guards on the floor? The tallest one, 6'1".
Junior high. 38-33. Under 10 of the shot clock. Battier gets in, drives, lays it up and through.
Nice hesitation by Shane coming off the screen. The defensive player helped for a moment. He left Shane to the basket.
The interesting thing about these 4 guards, though, you cannot be fooled by their size because they'll actually play bigger. One of the reasons why they're in the league. And as successful as they are, and a foul is going to be called on Knight.
You're exactly right. All 4 are momentum changers. Shane Battier. DeClerc helped for a moment, then he had to get back to Lorenzen Wright to avoid the dunk. Shane Battier had the lane to the basket. Tough hoop.
You can see that this Magic team just has no inside presence. And that's why it's going to be so tough for them to move on in the Eastern Conference postseason, despite having teammates. Whitney drills it. It's a 2. Of course, Grant Hill is injured and, of course, sidelined with his 4th surgery. And he played in just 29 games, averaged 14.5. Watson's shot doesn't go. 7 rebounds and close to 4.5 assists as Earl commits the foul. And the grand plan was Grant Hill, Tracy McGrady, and Mike Miller. But that trio just never really had a time because of the injuries.
Yeah, the injury to Grant Hill, that really forced them to look at someone else. And that initiated the trade of Mike Miller for Drew Gooden, which they needed some rebounding.
BK strips it away, driving, and a travel's going to be called. And the Grizzlies turn it over for the 6th time.
Quick hands by Brevin Knight. You know, if you put it down around him, he's very capable of coming up with the steal, but the Grizzlies miss an opportunity in transition.
Under 9 remaining in the first half to Clark. And he is fouled by Batiste.
Official timeout. Official timeout.
8:57 remaining here in the second quarter.
The Clerk slipped the pick and roll, tried to go to the basket. I would have loved to have seen if he had the hang time to get there. I don't know if the Clerk could have gotten all the way to the basket.
Andrew DeClerc averaging 4 points a game, and Tracy McGrady has 23. 5-point game in Orlando.
And now the toughest leg of the strongman competition, Norm, the Bud Light Industrial Bridge Pull.
Jim, that's 1,000 pounds of pure hernia that they'll try to drag across.
Sorry to interrupt, Norm, but it looks like a fan from the stands has stolen the Bud Light. Oh! A huge hit from out of nowhere. And this guy's got the foot speed to take this thing all the way. Oh, man!
Count it
with a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
Okay, who's the hero?
Make it a Bud Light.
On its own, money is not smart. It needs instruction, guidance, like the kind offered at First Tennessee. Our financial professionals help you straighten out retirement plans, get a loan, plan for college, and get your financial goals in order, so your money has what it takes to wise up and work harder. And that's smart. First Tennessee, all things financial.
It may sound crazy, but this is what I do for a living. I'm in the business of entertaining, and business is just a headache. So I started taking BC for headaches, but it works on everything: back, shoulder, elbows, and other things, that gravity has something to do with. BC works so fast you don't even realize it. I'm 31, and with BC, I can still do this for a living. It's pretty cool. I've found out what these cargo pants are good for. This is it right here.
Coming up tonight on the Southern Sports Report, it's all about NASCAR. We'll look back at Bristol and look ahead to the Texas Motor Speedway this week. And is NASCAR truly a family sport? It's all about NASCAR coming up at 9 o'clock Central on the Southern Sports Report on Fox Sports Net. And Andrew DeClercq is at the free throw line after the fouls. Or the foul on Mike Batiste. The Grizzlies are 3 of 6 from the free throw line. The Magic 3 of 4, and you see the numbers for the former Florida Gator. And of course, Jason Williams, Mike Miller, Andrew DeClercq, all former University of Florida players in Gainesville, Florida. They were knocked off yesterday by Tom Izzo's Michigan State Spartans. 7-point game. One shy of their team best of 8-point advantage.
Florida, they were dominated yesterday.
Foul on the floor. A lot of people don't realize that there are 6 freshmen on that Gator team. And they have lost a lot of players early in Billy Donovan's tenure to the NBA. You know one thing, they'll be back.
They sure will.
Mike Miller. 5 points in 9 minutes of action. Resting his back. Lorenzen underneath. Lorenzen in traffic. Spills out. Gets it back. Lays it up and through.
The persistence by Lorenzen. Missing the first one, going right back after it.
5-point game. Lorenzen Wright has played exceptionally well coming off the bench for the Grizzlies in the first 2 games, averaging 15 points and 6 rebounds. Under 10 of the shot clock. Whitney, no. And Wright climbs in and snares another rebound. He has 3. Battier gives it to BK. Batiste from the outside. A little bit too far out of his range. Long rebound to Whitney. Ahead to Armstrong. Got it.
Batiste was falling away from the basket when he took the jump shot. That's why it came up short, led to a fast break opportunity for Orlando.
Spectacular February for Batiste. Shot better than 50% early in March. He continued the pace, but he has dropped off. 0 of 5 coming into tonight from the field. He's 1 of 2 this evening. Thought about it. 4 on the shot clock. He will over Hunter. Tapped up, kept alive. Wren taps it out to Batiste. Excellent hustle by Wren.
You might give a lot of credit to both Lorenzen and Shane for keeping that alive.
Battier driving, pinned up against the glass, no call. Lorenzen with the slam. Take that.
There's Lorenzen. He knows there's no one in the paint that can stop him. He's taking advantage of it, being more physical, having a good first half.
Undying effort by Lorenzen Wright. 5 points, 5 rebounds as Miller and Williams and Gasol get set to check back in. Sasser thought about it. Now steps back over Battier. No. Lorenzen another rebound. Hubie Brown urging him to push. Watson up fake. Driving by Whitney. Last touch by Memphis. Orlando basketball.
Magic number 8, and Garrity. And for
5-point game, 6:28 remaining in the first half, and Lorenzen's been all over the glass, Hawk.
Oh, watch Lorenzen go to work here. First steals it away from Hunter. And finishes with the flush. You can tell he's ready to play tonight.
Grizzlies trying to take advantage of the magic without T-Mac and Hunter underneath.
Pick and roll, Whitney and Hunter. Hunter rolled to the basket. Easy dunk. Can't give Orlando easy points in the paint.
Jason Williams back out on the floor for the Grizzlies. Here's Gasol. Jason, 6 assists, no turnovers. And Miller underneath. And Leroy Richardson saying he had the call. Sasser with the foul, his third.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
If you haven't changed the oil in your car in the last 3 months or 3,000 miles, then you need to get in the zone. AutoZone. You see, if you don't change your oil and replace the filter often enough, then you'll do a lot of damage to your engine, and that'll lead to some costly repairs down the road. So get to AutoZone right now. Change your oil and get more life out of your car.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Two carrots will do, but 4 will do more.
So I said, oh yes, make it a steak quesadilla.
A higher class of quesadilla has arrived. Taco Bell's Steak Quesadilla. Marinated carne asada steak and 3 rich melted cheeses.
And they serve you right in your car.
Upgrade to steak. Think outside the bun. Spice up the night. Open till 1 a.m. or later.
Grizzlies +4 in points in the paint, +6 in second chance points, and the reason why, you're looking at him, Lorenzen Wright.
Yeah, early foul trouble hasn't slowed Lorenzen down, not one bit. He's even checked back in the game, more fierce. 3 offensive rebounds so far with 5, almost 6 minutes left here in the second quarter, playing with a lot of energy, taking advantage of his size inside.
The problem for the Grizzlies here in the second quarter has been the shooting of the second unit. 4-12 here in the second quarter. And of course, Williams back out on the floor. There's Tracy McGrady. But the other factor, when you look at this road trip outside of Lorenzen Wright, of course, he's in the starting lineup this evening, and also Earl Watson. BK, unfortunately, hasn't taken that many shots on this road trip. Just 1 of 3. Batiste, as I mentioned, 0 of 5. Shane, 3 of 9 coming into tonight's game. And so that offensive punch isn't necessarily there with the second unit.
And the second unit, they have to go in and give the starters some rest. That's where the Grizzlies are most successful. When that second unit goes in, they're disruptive, they're getting steals, and they're scoring, but they haven't come up with the steals to get in transition.
Wesley was pulling up, and Miller was actually diving toward the bucket because he was going in for the rebound in case of a miss. And the 7th turnover by the Grizzlies is Giricek replaces Armstrong. On the floor for the Grizzlies, Lorenzen Wright, who has 7 rebounds, Gasol, Person, Williams has 6 assists, no turnovers. Along with Miller, McGrady gets by Mike Miller. And a foul. Foul is on Miller.
Unstoppable. He can go right. That time he crossed over, went to his left hand. Defense, lane, wide open. No one closes to make him make the extra pass. Gets all the way there with the left-handed layup.
He was able to get a bundle of rest here in the second quarter. 26 points for T-Mac. That's nothing new in the first quarter against anyone. Against the Grizzlies in the last meeting, he had 35. He had 25 in the first half. Kick out. Here's West for three. Got it. It's a 2. Right foot on the line.
Nice kick out by Mike Miller. Finding Wesley wide open. McGrady helping on the post on Miller.
6-point game. Under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. McGrady flying in the lane. Rattles around and the rim unkind. Miller. Here's Williams, a dart to West. Entry pass, last touch by Stephen Hunter, and it's Memphis basketball. Great call by the officials as Gary Benson and Leroy Richardson made eye contact and said, yes, it's Memphis ball.
And the fans were looking for a traveling on Wesley Person, but only 1 foot left the ground. The other stayed planted. He made the pass inside.
Gasol dumps it outside. Miller delivers it back on the inside. Powell trying to operate. Shot good. Gasol breaks through with 11 on 5 of 6 shooting.
Gasol too tall for Garrity. If he gets up in the air, Garrity doesn't have the length to block his shot.
Averaging 17.6 rebounds on this road trip. T-Mac slid around Jason Williams. Foul's going to be called on Jason.
Foul number 2, Jason Williams.
And that is his first.
His first penalty situation.
Jason's wondering what the foul was. But Tracy McGrady, smaller player on him. You'll see him do that the entire night. Try to back smaller players down, turn, and shoot right over them.
5-point game with 4:19 remaining in the second quarter. McGrady 10 of 13 from the field and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Now extended to 5 of 5. He has 28 points.
And Orlando only find themselves up 6 points as well as he's playing.
But that has been their issue this season. Underneath Miller. Great job sneaking underneath.
It's a great pick and the flex. Miller running the baseline. Tracy McGrady didn't want to commit the foul. He has 2 already.
9 points for Miller. Garrity can't find it. Miller climbs up, snares it. Jason Williams almost slipped at center circle. Miller driving, gets bumped, no call. Short corner, Gasol.
How about the ball movement by the Grizzlies in transition? Swinging it from one side of the floor to the other. Pau Gasol, baseline jumper.
6 of 7 from the field is Powell. He has 13. And Grizzlies in a 2-point game. Deep in the corner. Launched Whitney.
Whitney breaking out tonight. Has been cold from the field.
Just 1 of 13 from downtown as a member of the Magic. Miller cutting again. Gasol wants to take Hunter. Powell gets the roll. 15 for Gasol.
Wise play by Powell. Take Hunter off the dribble. He's feeling it. He's only missed 1 shot tonight.
McGrady to Hunter flying through. Lorenzen, the reason why he doesn't step in there is he has 2 personal fouls, and they are short in the middle tonight.
Yeah, you can't have Lorenzen commit another foul. Especially as well as he's been playing here in the second quarter since checking back in.
2:39 remaining here in the first half of the Memphis Grizzlies. Trail by 5, 56 to 51. T-Mac finding Hunter.
How's this, guys?
It's great. So, you like the job, rookie? Next.
You missed a spot.
Rookie, you got some work tomorrow.
Excuse me, sir. Are you a real fireman?
He sure is.
Bringing neighbors together. That's what Applebee's is all about.
How do you avoid getting sick when you read in a car?
Well, you don't read. Anything else? Good. This custom hydraulic system gains international appeal after a showcase at an auto show.
Center stage?
It was in the back, but had good foot traffic. Anyway, the mechanic uses FedEx Global Trade Manager to help find and print shipping documents, estimate duties and taxes, and they're on the international scene before you can say later, host.
Later, host.
Too late.
That was fast.
Not fast enough.
Lederhosen.
Are you a real fan? Want to see the replay? Want to be courtside? Have you ever been in a locker room? Need a photo? Need a score? When is game time? Did you catch that? Looking for some stuff? Then log on to NBA.com and check out all your favorite NBA apparel. To shop, log on to NBA.com or America Online keyword NBA.com. What are you doing? Experience the NBA online. NBA.com.
Tonight on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. The guys welcome Arizona pitcher Curt Schilling as he gives his thoughts on the Diamondbacks' chances in the upcoming season. Plus, the Black Widow of billiards, Jeanette Lee, stops by to give our guys a lesson in pool. And the Shield's actor, Michael Chiklis, drops by on the Best Damn, set to talk sports with the guys. Best Damn Sports Show, period. Tonight, 10 o'clock Central, only on Fox Sports Net. Gasol has 15 points, and since the first unit has checked back out onto the floor here in the second quarter, they're 5 of 6 from the field. Here's Gasol. Kicks it out. Williams thought about it. Dribble drive. Lorenzen underneath. Great job slipping right past Hunter.
Yeah, good penetration by Jason Williams. Getting into the lane. Then Lorenzen right taking his time. Excellent pump fake.
7 points, 7 rebounds for Ren. By the way, Jason Williams, 7 dimes, no turnovers. Whitney in the corner. Here's Garicek, puts it on the deck, comes to the elbow, finds Garrity.
Good ball movement. Garrity finally gets one to go. Steps inside the three-point range this time.
Powell has it knocked away momentarily. Gathers it back up. Driving. Garrity comes to help. Powell keeps it. Gives it to Miller. 2. Good. 11 points for Mike Miller.
What a move by Miller to gather it between the legs and raise up for the jumper all in one motion.
Lorenzen able to contest the shot, but Hunter showing his tenacity.
Grizzlies slow getting back on defense. Hunter beat everyone back. Missed the first easy opportunity, was able to tip it in the second chance.
Mike Miller has it swatted away. Second block for Hunter. Garicek. And a foul. His first.
Miller going to the basket. Garrity there to take the charge. Good help defense, and Wesley Person commits the foul. You have Gordon Garicek running the lane. You have Tracy McGrady running the lane. I'm figuring you give the ball to McGrady, someone who you know can finish.
Garicek misses the first. Leads all rookies with a free throw percentage there as T-Mac is back out on the bench. And Garicek had 18 points and 5 rebounds in the first meeting between these two teams. Of course, he was wearing the colors of the Grizzlies, not the Magic.
Yeah, if you're the Grizzlies, you don't want to see him with 18 and 5 tonight.
That is for certain. Garicek, 3 of 5, 8 points. Lorenzen! Great look. 8 assists now for Jay Will. And Aran has 9 points.
Good pass by Jason. Defense looking to get position for the defensive rebound. The quick pass to Lorenzen.
In the corner, Whitney turns the corner. Garicek dribble drive. Shot no. Lorenzen gobbles it up. Jason Williams quickly into the front court. Hands it back. Long range three. Knocks it down. Miller.
The decision making of Jason Williams. Spectacular. Williams and Miller running the lane. Knocks down the jumper.
9 assists, no turnovers for Jay Will. Whitney rolls out and Gasol with a rebound. Grizzlies have never led, and an opportunity to take the final shot here of the first half and go into the locker room with the advantage.
Watch out for Jason pulling up for the 3 if Armstrong plays off him, but he tried to challenge him.
Swatted away by Hunter, and Jason Williams looking around saying one of two things. Either one, that's a good as in goaltending, or 2, please make a call.
That's exactly what Jason was looking for, the goaltending. But Mike Miller with the deep 3, trailing in transition, nothing but net.
Big bucket as Miller knocks it down in his homecoming, and it's a 1-point game. At the end of the first half, Tracy McGrady electrifying the fans here, but Gasol has responded for the Grizzlies. Half of 12, rebounding edge goes in favor of the Memphis Grizzlies. They've struggled with that in the first 2 games on this road trip. Offensive rebounds, points in the paint, +6. When we return, second half action from the TD Waterhouse Center here in Orlando. Grizzlies basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Dodge. Grab life by the horns. Gatorade Thirst Quencher, is it in you? And by Advanced Auto Parts. The best part is our people. Welcome back to Orlando, Florida, and a serious run by the Memphis Grizzlies, navigated there at the end of the second quarter to cut the lead to 1. Orlando led by as many as 8. Tracy McGrady 10-13, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, led all scorers with 28. Pau Gasol led the way for the Memphis Grizzlies with 15 points, and you would expect Pau Gasol certainly to take advantage of that matchup on the inside.
Yeah, he's doing exactly that. But also I like the balance by the Grizzlies in the first half. 4 starters with 9 or more points, and Jason Williams with 9 assists. Has only taken 4 shots, but he's passing, distributing to everyone.
You see T-Max totals. Of course, it's like that pretty much for almost every single game for the Orlando Magic. And in the month of March, Jason Williams leads the NBA. Right now, he is tied for 3rd in the league. He averages 8.2 assists a game, and he is tied with Stephon Marbury. 1-point advantage. Gasol up top. Here's Jason Williams. He'll take the shot and make the shot.
Big shot by Jason Williams to start off the second half, giving the Grizzlies their first lead.
Just received word from the Grizzlies bench that Mike Miller is out for the rest of the game. Battier, that is why he is on the floor. Second leading scorer in the first half. Garachek, an air ball. And it's Memphis basketball as they have the advantage on the J. Will, shot by 1, and there's Mike Miller, and you know that he wanted to finish this game. And you can see his frustration right there.
Yeah, but unfortunately, when the back tightens up on you, you're better off being careful than trying to force the issue.
And Hubie Brown has been extremely careful with Mike Miller. Gasol way outside, and it swirls through.
Someone must have said something to Pau over there on Orlando's bench. He turned around and looked like a couple of words he said.
Probably from Gooden. And that shot trickles through. In fact, we had an opportunity to visit with Drew during halftime, and it does not appear that he will return anytime soon with the way that he was walking so gingerly. With that big toe, there he is, but he is listed as day-to-day. They need his presence on the inside. Jason Williams for 3, extending the lead.
Excellent move by Jason. Jock Vaughn falling to the floor. Jason drained the jumper.
I got some numbers on J. Will that will just make your eyes pop out. T-Mac deflected by Wes. J. Will. Wesley saves it, cross court. Battier up fake, Garachek driving high off the window.
Grizzlies coming out in the third quarter, lots of energy. Heck of a save by Wesley Person all the way across court. Shane Battier for the drive to the hoop and the runner.
Timeout taken by Doc Rivers. Concerned because the Grizzlies lead by 6. Battier up fake, goes baseline. Memphis up. He's for the Grizzlies. Miller underneath, and good. Mike Miller puts it on the deck, leaning. Got it. Here's Miller, spins. Oh! Mike Miller busting through. Acquired at the trade deadline, he is a natural scorer the Grizzlies desperately needed. Total in the second half. Hawk.
Grizzlies have gotten him out of rhythm, and no one else has stepped up to make the shots.
Foul, and it won't go.
Foul number 25, Earl Watson.
Jason Williams has had an excellent game, particularly in the second half, distributing, but he's scoring more in the second half, looking for his shot opportunities, being aggressive, going to the basket. If they don't cut him off, he's finishing. If they cut him off, he's passing the players on the perimeter, and they're knocking down the shots.
Joe McGrady at the free throw line, and the first doesn't go. And Orlando, 14 of 17 from the free throw line. And you see the numbers. 21 points in the first quarter for the second consecutive night. He did that against the Miami Heat last night. It's a 5-point game. Plenty of time remaining here at the TD Waterhouse Center. The Grizzlies have never won here in their history. In the series, 2-11. And a foul on Giracek. Giracek has a dozen tonight against his former team.
Giracek a little too physical, trying to guard Shane Battier on the box.
Under 10 of the shot clock. McGrady on Powell. 7, 6, 5, 4. And a foul on McGrady. That's his third.
McGrady grabbing from behind, playing for the steal, trying to come up with it. Using too much arm, too many hands on Pau Gasol's back.
Jason Williams gives it to Powell, swings it for West. It's a 2. McGrady with the rebound. McGrady has 5 boards, 33 points. McGrady, pass deflected. Orlando basketball.
McGrady's attacking the basket a lot more in the second half than he did the first half. Shot a lot of jumpers in the first half. Orlando needs him to get back in rhythm and score if they're going to win this game.
Loose ball. Battier sends it to Williams. Williams, it's a 2. No. And a foul on Battier.
Foul number 31, Shane Battier. His second team foul.
And they're fighting for offensive rebound position. Pushes Durrell Armstrong in the back.
.6:30 in the fourth. McGrady, hot step. Shot, no. Battier with the board.
Brady can't get it to fall. Second half, Grizzlies, they're closing on him on the drive.
He's 11 of 21. Started 10 of 13. Lorenzen Wright drills it. 17 points, 10 rebounds for Red. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Lorenzen so effective from the elbow, knocking down that shot. And a lot of times, bigger players don't want to close out on him.
Giracek, hot step. 6 of 14 from the field.
Giracek, big bucket. Orlando installing offensively lately. Couldn't get a basket. Giracek helps out with another 2.
5-point game. Wesley for 3. No. McGrady, his 6th board. McGrady can't connect.
You have to wonder, exerting all the energy early, does it have an effect on McGrady here in the fourth quarter?
Jay Will misses. McGrady mishandles. Back to Armstrong. No. Long rebound, West. Grizzlies by 5. Gasol doesn't go, and McGrady just picked up his 4th personal foul.
Number 1, Tracy McGrady.
The Memphis Grizzlies, an impressive second-half effort as Gasol gets fouled going to the bucket by 5 in the fourth.
The world is spinning round and round. It's got me up. It's got me down. I'm not sitting around. I'm not waiting. I'm not sitting.
There's still a few places where the values of out here still matter. In here's one of them. Backyard Burgers. In here, Backyard Burgers chooses 100% U.S. Black Angus beef flame grilled to perfection. And only Backyard Burgers let you customize your combo. Pair any sandwich and drink with fries. One of our baked potatoes or a garden fresh salad, or even chili if you're a real cowboy. And get a great combo discount. Now you have a choice. Only at Backyard Burgers. Live to grill.
Introducing 54321, the show that brings you inside the world of extreme sports.
Fox Sports Net introduces 54321, the only show taking you inside the world of extreme sports. Every weeknight, BMX rider Kip Williamson, free surfer Chad Towersey, Leanne Sweden are the experts bringing you the entire world of extreme sports all in one place with breaking news, event highlights, and insider features that you won't find anywhere else. 54321 tonight, 9:30 Central on Fox Sports Net. Drew Gooden has to watch.
Can't bear to watch.
His former team up by 5. McGrady, 1 of 9 here in the second half. The Grizzlies in the fourth quarter, 3 of 12. Orlando, 3 of 12. But a major adjustment. Points in the paint. They have been hurt in that category in the first 2 games on this road trip. Tonight, 42-28 in favor of the Grizzlies. They had been outscored by 16, an average of 16 in the first 2 road games, Hawk.
Yeah, but you would expect the Grizzlies to come in here tonight and be more aggressive and have a game plan to dominate the paint, considering Orlando doesn't have anyone in there that can challenge them. Even though Stephen Hunter has come into the game and has played well, he's been the only defensive presence in the paint.
9 of the last 13 games, Pau Gasol has scored better than 20 points. He has 21 tonight. 6 in double digits for the Grizzlies. All 5 starters in Battier. Remember, Miller hasn't played in the second half. Coming my way again. Get out of the way. Skiracek. Under 10 of the shot clock. T-Mac, long rebound. Wesley Person and Hersey Hawkins. You were diving underneath the table.
No, I'm about to see if I can go do the game. Maybe 2 or 3 seats down from you. Players are just attracted to crashing into you tonight.
I tell you, I have the radar. Under 10 of the shot clock. Jason Williams doesn't connect. 5 of 13 from the field, 13 points, 14 assists. Garrity had a huge third quarter. He had a dozen points. Still a 5-point affair nearing the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Important for the Grizzlies to get back and match up as quickly as they can. Not give Orlando any easy opportunities in transition the last 4 minutes. You have to make them earn every basket now.
Person gives it to Powell. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Gasol, no. Weak side board, Armstrong. Deflected and taken away by Lorenzen Wright.
Nice hustle by Lorenzen, giving the Grizzlies another possession.
A 3. Gasol unable to get the board on the weak side. Battier. Tremendous defense.
The hustle, the extra effort, the kinds of plays you need to win on the road.
5-point game. Nearing the 3-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Gasol sets the pick. Jason Williams cans it. 15 points, 14 assists.
Nice adjustment by Powell. He wanted the post up on the box, couldn't get it, stepped out and set the screen for Jason.
Garrity cranking it up again.
Garrity has carried the Magic in the second half.
Williams tries to get by Armstrong, gets tangled up, sends it up court, and a foul's going to be charged to Lorenzen, and that is his 5th, with 2:28 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Lorenzen almost got away with it, but he grabbed
He
with
slipped.
his wicks up just as he was running. There's the foul by Lorenzen. But Jason loses the ball. Turnover by the
Big
Grizzlies.
bucket. Saturday he had 24, Hawk. Tonight 15. Memphis by 5.
Bernie Mac here. Who you with? See, just because people say you know what I mean, don't assume you know what they're talking about. It's just a bad habit.
Know what I mean? I was like, bam! My clothes, they were like, pow! I was telling everybody, they were like, what? Know what I mean?
What is he talking about?
Pass me one of them coats.
You see that? Bam! He didn't get one.
Where's my Pepsi at?
Bow! He didn't ask for one. Boom! You know what I mean? Ask for a Pepsi, you get a Pepsi. Boom!
Are you a real fan? Want to see the replay? Want to be courtside? Have you ever been in a locker room? Need a photo? Need a score? When is game time? Did you catch that? Looking for some stuff? Then log on to NBA.com and check out all your favorite NBA apparel. To shop, log on to NBA.com or America Online keywords NBA.com. What are you doing? Experience the NBA online. NBA.com.
Grizzlies NBA basketball on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by First Tennessee, all things financial. Dodge, grab life by the horns. And by Michelob, the beer with a smooth taste and a nice finish. Here in Orlando, the Memphis Grizzlies lead by 5 with 2:28 remaining in the contest. Memphis 0-2 on this very tough 3-game road trip. A loss in Indiana on Friday night and then a loss in New Jersey on Saturday night. Tracy McGrady with just 5 points here in the second half, and in the fourth quarter he didn't have to play last night against Miami as they won 96-74. However, tonight certainly his presence is needed by Orlando in the second half, and Lorenzen Wright on the floor with 5 personal fouls has been tremendous tonight. Starting to replace Stromar Swift, who has an injured right thumb. Garrett check. Good. Big bucket, 2-point game.
Huge shot by Garrett, stepping up, not afraid to take the shot in crunch time. Knocks down to 3.
Grizzlies 4-16 in the fourth quarter. Orlando is now 6-16. Lorenzen underneath the hook, trickles out. Gasol and 1. Tremendous offensive rebound by Powell.
Great offensive rebound by Powell, slashing to the basket. Lorenzen misses the jump hook. Beats Orlando to the basketball. Pushed underneath the basket, gets it up quickly to the free throw line with a huge free throw attempt.
Gets it. Pau Gasol, 10 of 15, 24 points, 8 rebounds. Under 2 minutes left here on Orlando's home floor. Armstrong, Garicek, Powell flashes. Garicek turns it over.
And of course, who does he turn it over to?
but fortunately it was the basketball that time.
You're right. There is a magnet or something over here tonight.
5-point game, 1:36 to go, fourth quarter.
You can see when Orlando drives to the basket, they're not even looking at the basket. They're looking to drive and kick to a perimeter player.
Jason Williams kicks it to Gasol. Rims out in a collision. And they're calling it on Lorenzen. He just fouled out. Lorenzen being held back by Jason Williams.
Lorenzen very adamant that it was not his call, that it wasn't his foul. Have to be careful not to get a technical in this situation. Battling underneath the boards.
We'll take another look. Well,
where's the foul?
All Leroy Richardson needs to do is check tape after the game. Nothing else needs to be said. Fouled out, 17 points, 10 rebounds. 102-97. McGrady. Fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line. Gasol picks it up. That's his first.
We've seen lots of this in the second half out of Tracy McGrady, attacking the basket, going to the hoop. And there's the foul right across the arm.
(102-97) as McGrady is now 8 of 10 from the free throw line.
McGrady having a second half that he would like to forget.
4-point game with 1:13 remaining, Hawk. McGrady with 34 points. What an effort by the Grizzlies.
Important possession by the Grizzlies. If they can score on this possession, really puts Orlando in the hole. Desperation time for them.
Under a minute remaining. Flattening out. Jay Will. Count it. Jason Williams driving the lane. 17 points.
Jason exploding. Up top, Stephen Hunter. A little late getting there. Trying to block the shot. Goaltending, but Jason right by Armstrong. Hunter closes a little too late. Rim ball was about to go in. Easy call.
On Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, the Grizzlies return to the Pyramid. The Grizzlies will take on Penny Hardaway. And the Phoenix Suns. For tickets, call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or go online at Grizzlies.com. It's the Suns and the Grizzlies, Thursday, 7 o'clock at the Pyramid. The advanced auto parts play of the game right here.
And it was a big play. Late in the fourth quarter, Lorenzen misses the jump hook, but there's Pau Gasol. Finishes, offensive rebound, knocked down the free throw, a big three-point play. Advanced auto parts play of the game.
Huge for the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis in the month of March, 7-5. Since the All-Star break, 12-9, including a franchise record of a 6-game win streak, and of course overall 25-44, which is a franchise mark. And the Grizzlies, you see what they have to work with. They have a lot of timeouts with 53.2 of a second remaining in this contest, and the Grizzlies leading.
Grizzlies have controlled the second half. Hubie Brown afforded the luxury of saving the timeouts, but Orlando checking into the game. 5 three-point shooters in the game. All 5 very capable of knocking down the shot. Watch for penetration and kick.
And that's a great point because they tonight are 27% from beyond the arc. Dribble drive. Giricek raised it up and through. Giricek can do that.
Grizzlies waste as much time on the clock as you possibly can. Try to get the shot up with under 5 on the shot clock.
Williams. Shot clock down to 8. Here it is at 5. Gives it Battier. Stutter step. Shot. Offensive rebound, no. And a foul on Gasol.
Foul number 16, Paul Gasol. His second.
Sends Orlando to the free throw. And that's what you don't want, for Orlando to get a chance to score without any time going off the clock.
18.3 tenths of a second, and you see the reaction and the response of assistant coach Brendan Brown. His first free throw does not go. Garrity on the season, an 83% free throw shooter, so that's a rare sight. Tonight, 76% as a team. Second works. It's now a one-possession game. And the Grizzlies have the basketball, and Person gets fouled. Wesley.
Foul number 1, Tracy McGrady.
80% free throw shooter. Tracy McGrady just collected his 5th. So he has to watch out with 17.7 tenths of a second remaining.
He has to be very careful. A good job, execution by the Grizzlies of getting the ball into the hand. Wesley Person, a player that's been in this situation several times. Always cool late in the game.
Got it. You see Mike Miller, and you know what he wants. I talked to him, obviously, during that interview, but prior to doing the interview with Mike, he scored 14 in the first half. I was talking about just being back in Orlando and how did it feel, and obviously he had an opportunity to see his good buddy Tracy McGrady, and he said the one thing that came out of his mouth, he said, Matt, I want to win. I want to come back, and I want to win. That's all I care about. And right now, his team is up by 5. A 20-second timeout taken by Orlando. 106-101 with 17.7 tenths of a second remaining in this game. Somebody with a huge effort tonight, and this is something that he has provided throughout the course of his career, but certainly this season when it has mattered most. Tremendous amount of heart and hustle, and tonight a big double-double, his first since February 5th. He's the Gatorade player of the game.
Yeah, it's nice to see Lorenzen back in and back to his old self, playing aggressive, playing with that energy. Grizzlies really missed that, being a force inside, very physical. The emotional leader of the team, Lorenzen Wright.
Ran fouled out moments ago in close games, and this one certainly is. It's a 5-point game. Orlando in games decided by 5 points or less, 10 and 14. Typically you see top-level teams in close games with better marks than that. Jason Williams, that is huge. Batiste, 11.4 tenths of a second remaining. And the Memphis Grizzlies are going to come away with this one. The Grizzlies will improve to 8-5 in the month of March. And a foul is going to be charged to Armstrong. And you see the smiles abound.
Yeah, believe me, no one's enjoying this more at this particular point than Mike Miller.
Get you on.
No one's more upset than Garachek and Drew Gooden.
So Powell at the free throw line. And you see the response from Mike Miller.
That's the first time Mike has raised up the entire second half.
That's true, with that ailing back. The Grizzlies, 81% from the free throw line. The first 2 games on this road trip, 68%. Points in the paint, huge for the Grizzlies, 50 points, plus 20 in that category. And the Memphis Grizzlies once again sharp from beyond the arc as the Memphis Grizzlies come away with an impressive victory. And it is their first win here ever in the history of the franchise in Orlando. 110-104, Memphis over the Magic.
Huge win for the Grizzlies. Last game of the trip, came out, stepped up, made the big plays in the fourth quarter. Lots of energy. This one was for Mike Miller.
Mike